Good morning or good afternoon, depending on when you are watching this video. But I'm going to show you how to make a title block, and you can make that title block right here in your drawing, or you can open up another tab to make one. It doesn't matter. But you are going to have to share it to your AutoCAD Design Center so that you can have it across plans and not just in this one plan. Well, actually, I'm going to take that back. Well, no, I'm already in one to one. So when you draw this, you want to change your annotation scale to 1:1. It should say 1:1 right here, not 1/4 one. Now this only affects everything that is created after. Okay, everything else on here that you created, like with your text and all that other stuff, is created in 1/4 one, and that's why it shows up the way it does. Now in 1:1, we will get all of our new stuff. It's going to show up with all the sizes that we set in that particular view. So everything will be like actual, okay, 1:1. So we're going to draw an 18 by 24 title block. Now, because it's an 18 by 24 title block, it's going to go on an 18 by 24 sheet of paper, which we want a 1/4 inch border all the way around that sheet of paper. So the title block, we actually make 1/2 inch smaller in both directions. So instead of a 12 by 18, we are going, or no wait, it was 18 by 24, sorry. We'll make it 17.5 by 23.5. Okay, so it's real simple. Just use the rectangle tool and start you a rectangle, and type, let's see, we want the X is going to be the width first, so that's going to be the 23.5, and tab over to this one, it's going to be 17.5 in the Y axis. Where did it go? Oop, there it is. Is it? No. Oh, there it is. It's real tiny. Yeah. So you might want to actually draw this in another file. I don't know. You can draw it in this one. It'll be fine. But what it does is actually showing its size in comparison to everything else. Okay, so that's why it's real tiny. All right, so this title block, I'm going to click on it. And although I did draw with a rectangle, I still want to explode it. And then I'm going to offset this bottom line for this particular. Of course, there's all kinds of different title blocks, different sizes and shapes and everything else. I set this one up for, let's see, how far was that? It was about 1 inch and 3/16. Yeah, 1 inch and 3/16. Okay, so I'm going to select this line. I'm going to offset it. Okay, 1 and 3/16. I don't have a number pad. I'm used to using a number pad. 3/15, 16 inch. I think it'll read it correctly. Yep, there we go. So 1, or that's just 13/16. That's what it is. All right, let me try that again. Let me type it this way. 1-3/16 inch. That's probably better. Okay, looks about the same, but anyway. All right, so now it's 1 3/16 inch, and then I'm going to take this line again, and I'm going to offset it 1/4 inch, so 0.25 inch, and I'm going to offset it, I think twice, or yeah, 3 times. So offset it 3 times. So basically, you have 3 lines that are 1/4 inch from the bottom border, and then 1 line that is an additional 3/16 inch, or it is 3/16 inch. Okay, and now I'm going to offset this line 3 inches right there. So I'm going to go offset, and some of you are going to ask me, what do you offset it for? I'm going to forget after I make this video. So make sure you watch the video. So I think it's going to be 3 inches. Okay, so there's 3 inches. Now I want to trim it up Oops, it's still in offset mode. Trim. Okay, I want to trim this line. Oops, right there. And then I'm going to trim inside of here those 3 lines. And then I end up with that. All right. Now you're going to put your text inside of your boxes. This first one is going to be your page numbers. So click on your text and bring it into the screen. And see how your text shows up, and that comes in perfect size. If it did not come in size, I would go and try some of the others that I had created while making this project to see which one that would be the right size. This is my annotative, and if I go and look, oops, try that one more time. If I go and look, it is, for that first line, it is 3/16. Okay, that's what it's set at, 3/16. The other lines, we can probably make the same size. But the main reason this line is bigger is because the text really is going to be bigger. So we'll make this one 3/16. Yeah, I know I confuse people, but draw it out. Where'd it go? There it is. So here is going to be page. Then I just, or actually, I probably want to put colons after it. Click, and then there's page. And then you just want to rotate it, or you can select it, type the letters RO for rotate, and enter. And choose a rotation point. Right there. Okay. Now you want to line all your other ones up, right up under this one. Remember how we did line, do our lining up and things like that. So you can place a line to help you, or you can just do it by sight, however you deem it is necessary. Now that line will be deleted once I'm done with it. Next thing I want to do is I want to put name, date, and scale on here. So, and I'm going to choose a smaller text. So I'm going to click on that text. I'm going to see which one is smaller. ATTR, let's see, maybe this one. That's about the same size, I think. Let me select it again. Yeah, it's about, no, it's a little smaller. Okay, so that one is a little smaller, and it is, let me check that one. It's 1/8 of an inch text. Okay, so 3/16 and then 1/8 of an inch text. And I'm going to find a spot to place that. Draw the box out and put name, not with an M, an N or whatever. Click outside of it and I've got name. Okay, then I'm going to click on it and click RO for rotate and enter. Rotate it right around on that point, and it's right there on that line. So I got everything lined up. And I really should have put a colon at the end of that. So if I need to edit that, all I got to do is click in it, double click in it, and I can edit, click out of it. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy that one, copy, and pick the insertion point. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in and rename them just by double clicking on the boxes. I'm going to put date and just go AE. Okay, and scale. Scale is the scale of our drawing. Okay, our scale of our drawing is going to be 1/4 of an inch. So that, I'll go ahead and type in there. And actually, you can, when you type yours, you can go ahead and type your name and everything in there. 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. And if you get this, then just stretch your box out. I wonder if it'll stretch by this. No. Okay, that's how I stretch mine, just like there. All right, and now I can get rid of this line. So there is my name, my date, and of course, again, like I said, you can go ahead and type the rest of the information in there. You don't want to type your page number because each one is going to have a different page number. Type your name, that's going to be the same throughout all of your sheets. Don't type the date yet. You'll type it in on the sheet because you may do a sheet on a different day or even make it a different revision. Okay, so there is my title block. Now I'm going to create a block out of it. Click on Insert, Create Block, and I'm going to call it, this one is 18x24, not 214. And I'm just going to call this one Sample, but you're going to call yours whatever you want to call your block. I'm just calling mine Sample because I've already got one named 18 by 24. Then I click OK. Specify the insertion point. I usually do the top right corner. Then select it all like so and hit Enter. Now you have a block, a title block. So just go into ADC for AutoCAD Design Center. Click Enter. And open up your drawing, which is, where are we at? Windows C. I need to go to, where do I need to go? I need to go to Desktop. Or no, Documents. This Documents and Settings. That's not where I want to go. This can sometimes be a little cumbersome to navigate. I've got so much stuff on my computer, it's just really hard to find anything. Okay, here I am, and there's Documents, okay, and this drawing. Now, of course, you do have to save the drawing for all the updates to go in there. So I'll click Save. Now I can go find this drawing, and it should be in my architectural drawing sets. No, building design plans. And not that one, but this one. Blocks. Now I'm not going to drag all of my blocks over to my tool palette because I've already got them in there. I am just going to add this block to it. So over here I'm going to type Tool, Enter. Let me try that one more time. Tool Palettes. There's my tool palettes, and then it opens to my title blocks right there. Normally yours probably won't, depending on which one you used last. So you might have to look down here to find your title blocks, or click down here at the bottom and get like a whole list of all of your tabs. But I'm going to find that particular title block that I just created. And 18 by 24 sample right there. Pull it over here and drop it, give it a second, and there it is. So now it will be available in all drawings that I do in the future. All right, so that's how you create your title block. Good luck.